Hello, good afternoon. We're here at Dursfold Farm in Surrey with the legendary Lynn Russell, and today she's going to show us how to pull a horse's tail. Now Lynn, I know from experience this is one of those jobs that everybody hates doing. Yeah. I'm quite sure there's a lot of different ways to do it.
There is.
Nobody seems to ever do it really properly, and the scissors come out and it all ends up a bit of a disaster. So can you talk us through how you do it and the correct way to actually pull a tail?
Yes, I certainly can. Now there's two ways. With the cobs, because cobs tend to scratch, I don't use a comb, I use these.
Oh, okay? Right, yep.
With a thoroughbred horse, I'll use a comb. Because cobs are coarse-skinned and they tend to be much more sensitive, so when you pull them, they then start to scratch.
Right.
So we use these combs, and I found them really, really useful, very quick and very efficient.
And they're just normal available grooming kit available from tack stores?
No, these are clipper sharp ones.
Right.
You can get them in tack shops. They're not difficult to get hold of nowadays. You get different ones. You can get fine ones, medium ones, and coarse ones.
Do they actually have a name, or are they just pulling?
Yeah, no, I think they're just like a stripping comb.
Just a stripping comb. Okay.
Okay. So if we look at this tail, you can see that you've got lots and lots of hair through here, but we don't want to take away anything from the base of the tail, okay? So we need to work on either side of the tail. So I'm going to start with this one, which is slightly finer. I'm going to pull the hair to one side, and I'm going to work my way through down either side, because you basically want to make the dot much thinner.
I was just about to say to you, what is the point of doing it? Are we showing more shape, or is it just
Well,
a
we
turnout?
want to make the horse look like he's got a really nice, fine quality tail, so you're showing off his bottom. The other thing, by using something like these combs that I'm using now, if you get a horse, some horses don't like it and they'll kick you. Very, very seldom do I ever run into a problem with a horse that doesn't mind this. And you can see that we do get a lot of hair out, but you do need to stand back. I mean, I could do this and talk to you and not look, because I've done hundreds of them.
Sure.
But you do need to keep looking, put your hand down and make sure that you're getting, and you can see the difference if you look from one side to the other already.
So you're just starting at the side of the dock, lifting it to one side and taking it out
getting
to
it
the
as
side.
close to the dock as possible. Okay, so you work your way through and keep taking the hair off the comb, otherwise it won't work. And you don't want to take any of the long hairs off the skirt of the tail. You're basically working your way through.
And how far down would you go?
Well, if you can see, because I haven't actually done this horse's tail since last year, I usually go down to about here, so three-quarters of the way down. Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes with the Irish horses, they'll come in and their tails have been chewed, and I won't take them down as far because the base of the tail is very thin. You can put a false tail in if you want to as well. But if you take a look now, you can see the difference from the side that I've done.
Yeah.
You see
Incredible
the difference?
yeah.
And you can see how much hair that we've taken out already. Now I'll move to the other side, and it's the same way. You're taking the hair out down the side of the tail, pull it and comb through, and you can see.
Fantastic amount, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a lot to come out because, as I say, he hasn't been done.
Incredible difference, and that is how you pull a horse's tail. Okay, so there we have a beautifully pulled tail. Now, what about the length, Lynn? What's the standard?
First of all, I'm just going to put a towel bandage on because I want to encourage the hair to lay flat. Right, okay. So having put a towel bandage on, now we're going to deal with the length of the tail. Now this tail is too long. I like my tails to be just in line here with the chestnut. Okay. But you have to remember that when a horse is ridden, it carries its tail. So a useful thing to do is, I'm just going to go and get a stick. No, I'm not going to put a stick. But I'm going to put a stick underneath its tail, like that, because that's how he'll carry his tail when he's ridden.
All right, okay.
Okay? And then hopefully it'll stay there while I get some clippers.
So you don't use scissors to do the length of the tail?
I don't use scissors because you can't do it all in one, and the thing is that you do need to get it level. Just put that there for a minute. Right, so you need to get hold of the horse's tail, okay, and try and do it as much as you can in one movement, because that way you get it level. Perfect. And then take it out. And remember, it might take you 1 or 2 tries because you don't want to take it too short. You can always cut off a bit more, but you can't put it back.
Absolutely.
And now we've done the tail, and we'll just take the tail bandage off. And there you have your
perfect tail. And that's how to pull a tail. Lynn Russell, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.